government of Jamaica is undertaking a major development plan to support the country's economic growth, facilitate new opportunities, and build resilience to climate change and natural hazards. This includes the design and establishment of Jamaica's next city, a major strategic plan for the country, and the Urban Development Corporation is the agency charged with the responsibility to make this long-term development happen.
All right, settle down, people. We've got a lot to cover, and time is short. There are two kinds of people in business today, the quick and the dead. So rather than waste your time this semester with a lot of useless theories, we're going to jump right in with both feet and create a fictional company from the ground up. We'll construct our physical plant, we'll set up an efficient administrative and executive structure, then we'll manufacture our product and market it. I think you'll find it very interesting and a lot of fun. You will see the final bottom line requires the factoring in of not just the material and construction costs, but also the architect's fees and the costs of land servicing.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really? Like what, for instance?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to grease the local politicians for the sudden zoning problems that always come up. Then there's the kickbacks to the carpenters. And if you plan on using any cement in this building, I'm sure the teams would like to have a little chat with you, and that'll cost you. Oh, and don't forget a little something for the building inspectors. Then there's a long-term cost, such as waste disposal. I don't know if you're familiar with who runs that business, but I assure you it's not the Boy Scouts.
That'll be quite enough, Mr. Mellon. Maybe bribes and kickbacks and mafia payoffs are how you do business. But they are not part of the legitimate business world. And they're certainly not part of anything I'm teaching in this class. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, just trying to help, that's all.
Now, notwithstanding Mr. Mellon's input, the next question for us is where to build our factory.
We've got two cities, that's Kingston and Montego Bay. And just by their sheer location of being coastal, they are exposed to certain natural risks and hazards. What we're looking for is an urban center, another city that does not have similar kind of risks.
When you finally get to the town of Black River through the murky floodwater and the avenue of twisted bamboo stalks, you understand why authorities are calling this place Ground Zero. People here seem almost shell-shocked, still processing what's happened to them and unsure what to do next.
Jamaica need help, man. We mash up. First, we never history this in our life. First, we see this in life, man.
What help do you need, sir?
Hose, water, current, everything.
This church is 350 years old, completely hollowed out by Hurricane Melissa. This is where the main street of Black River meets the seafront. Here, you used to have a cafe, a shop, a pharmacy down here. You've got a Chinese wholesale retailers. Well, just look at it now.
Although small islands bear the least responsibility for climate change, we stand to lose the most as a result of its effects, owing partly to our small size and fragile economies. In addition, our populations, critical infrastructure, and key economic assets are highly exposed to extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and other hazards. The recent destruction wrought by Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas is the latest example of how vulnerable small island states are to these effects. As one of the responses to these threats, the government is looking to develop a smart city that is resilient to climate change and natural hazards, a next city that is designed to be the new hub of national enterprise, government administration, as well as a technology network. The development of a next city comes at a significant juncture in our nation's infrastructure and economic development, particularly when there are several major national development projects, including large-scale investments at Nain St. Elizabeth, Vernon Field in Clarendon, and the Bernard Lodge and Caymanas developments in St. Catherine scheduled for implementation. The assessments regarding suitable locations and economic bases for the next city will include these major projects in support of cohesive national urban development, this in keeping with Vision 2030 and Jamaica's thrust towards becoming the major investment and logistics hub in the Caribbean.
Our existing cities, Kingston, Montego Bay, are already densely populated, congested, and there's a tremendous strain on the existing infrastructure, the water, the sewage, the roads, and the public amenities and services, right? So from this point alone, planning a next city will help to ease the strain on the existing cities.
To help solve our state's ongoing energy challenges, our Maui Electric team has been working with energy partners from Japan and the United States on a new smart grid demonstration project, Jump Smart Maui.
I mahalo ke akua e na ohana no PV no EV.
Almost a year since its debut, the Jump Smart Maui project is addressing the challenges of modernizing our smart grid system and building a clean transportation future for Hawaii. Funded through a $30 million investment by New Energy and Industrial Technology Development Organization, or NEDO, Japan's largest public research and development management organization.
And good evening from here in Maui, where we have just learned that this is now the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. And just behind us, this is the remnants of a house burned in another blaze, as the entire island is battling ideal conditions right now for wildfires. What we know about this tragedy is already unbearable. Nearly 100 dead, more than 2,000 homes and buildings destroyed. But we are still so far from understanding the full toll, and we'll explain why tonight. This is the overhead view of the sweeping devastation in Lahaina. We now know that only 3% of those homes have been checked for bodies. Just next to where we're broadcasting tonight, we have 2 cars incinerated by the wildfires. That right there was a Tesla. You can see what's left of the front row seats. In the distance, that was a lush green hill, now scorched to its core. It shows the power of these wildfires. The governor has been warning that the death toll will go up, and there are still so many residents who escaped the flames but are now searching for their loved ones, and tonight angry at officials and a warning system they say failed them.
MG, wrong turn! Wrong turn!
Tonight, this is what it looked and felt like escaping the Lahaina wildfire.
Oh no, guys! No, we have to leave!
This new video showing the sheer panic as a family stuck in a line of cars had minutes to escape before the flames engulfed the road out.
This is a disaster.
Jump Smart Maui aims at improving integration of variable renewable energy resources, such as solar and wind power, and preparing the electric system for widespread adoption of all electric vehicles.
We're really leading the world in our challenges here in Hawaii for small island grids. So stakeholders like the Japanese government are interested in coming to places like this and developing technologies to reduce our dependence on fossil fuel, increase our utilization of renewable energy, and lower costs for all ratepayers. What we've seen already is increased adoption rates of electric vehicles, and that's a key for the state to reduce its dependence on fossil fuels and increase utilization of renewable energy from the electricity grid. That in conjunction with our customers working with the utility to manage loads and resources and smart inverters to allow increased adoption of renewable energy, that's the ultimate goal.
Currently, there are more than 300 EV drivers participating in the Jump Smart project. One participant, Greg Kresge, truly walks the walk, as he also serves as the environmental compliance engineer for our Ma'alaya power plant.
The Jump Smart concept is that, the charging of your vehicle happens when we have extra power on the grid so that it doesn't go to waste. So that at night when we have the lowest demand and the lowest load demand on the system, that's when it's the windiest, and we end up having a lot of wind that can't necessarily be used. And so if we can charge our vehicles at that time of the night, and we can turn that over so that that's done while we're asleep, then that gives us the opportunity to be able to use a resource that is otherwise going to waste.
That drive through hell is how Rafa Ochoa and his family made it out alive.
I knew it was bad.
And it was moving fast?
And it was moving fast, really fast. It got to our homes within seconds.
With the fast-moving fire closing in on his home, Ochoa heroically grabbed both his kids and his friends' children. Their parents were at work and scrambled everyone out.
Did you hear any alarms? Did you get any kind of warning?
No alarms, no warning, nothing. No sign, nothing that we had to evacuate. Not even police rolling by telling us to evacuate or anything.
The desperation of those chilling moments now turning to anger.
Where were you guys to try and get us out? Evacuate us. No, we're mad. We're mad. No, we didn't just lose our homes. We lost our town. We lost history, you know? Our kids are traumatized. You guys messed up real bad.
Hawaii emergency officials have said sirens on the island weren't activated during the fire, though other alerts by phone and broadcast were.
Having seen that storm, we have doubts that much could have been done with a fiery, fast-moving fire like that.
The world's first airborne directed energy weapon, the airborne laser, also known as the ABL. Just mounting the ABL requires one of the most sophisticated and elaborate modifications in history. The entire nose section is removed and retrofitted, and the world's largest titanium plate is installed to hold the enormous turret-mounted laser in place. The ABL system is designed to find, track, and destroy an enemy target in the air and on the ground. It can loiter at 40,000 feet for 5 hours, refuel in midair, and destroy a target 60 miles away in less than a second.
The scale of the devastating loss now unprecedented in modern times. The deadliest wildfire in the U.S. in more than 100 years, claiming at least 93 lives.
Just so you know, 3%. That's what's been searched with the dogs, 3%. When we pick up the remains and they fall apart, and so when you have 200 people running through the scene yesterday, I don't know how much more you want me to describe it. That's what you're stepping on.
As FEMA and the governor survey the damage, search teams with cadaver dogs that just arrived to Maui yesterday now scouring the ruins of historic Lahaina again today.
Are you saying we're just at the beginning of this disaster?
So for the first few days, we had done searches in the streets and the cars that were in the area, but we couldn't enter any structures.
We know this will take trillions, not billions of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal.
Sending a shout-out to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the entire royal family that reparation time come now.
Protests in Jamaica on the latest stop of Prince William and his wife Kate's week-long Caribbean tour. The royal couple meeting with Jamaica's Prime Minister Wednesday. After a warm welcome for the duo in Trenchtown, this crowd greeting them with cheers. Demonstrators, though, outside the British High Commission in Kingston Tuesday demanded an apology and slavery reparations from Britain.
These young people to be here to try to persuade us to keep the status quo in place when our goal is to loosen and remove the hands, the gloved hands of the Queen from around our necks so that we can breathe.
Touching down with a backdrop of renewed scrutiny of the British Empire's colonial legacy, the royals' trip aims to strengthen Britain's ties with Commonwealth countries, as some nations weigh cutting ties to the throne, like Barbados did last year. Jamaica's government has started proceedings that could lead it down the same path.
With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
This UN climate conference is a reminder that the answer is in our hands. And the clock is ticking. We are in the fight of our lives, and we are losing.
Lasers,
sound like the stuff of science fiction, right? Sound completely unbelievable. How could our military possibly be using those in future warfare? Guess what? We've just had a recent breakthrough, more great test results that are making lasers a reality. So it's called Athena. Lockheed Martin makes it, and they've been doing a lot of the pioneering in this laser field. Now, what's really exciting about it is that it's so hard to harness that much power and make it compact enough that it's actually going to make practical sense downrange. And they've proven that they can do that. Recently, they tested it against 5 moving drones, so realistic drones that they might go up against with, enemy forces might send against us, for example, or terrorists might send against us. And it successfully shot down all 5 of the drones. This is huge news because it means that in a realistic, practical setting, it's looking very promising. So it could be ready to field quite soon. So when you see the movies or you look at comic books or television shows, when you see laser weapons, they tend to be a color, right? Red or green or something like that. Real lasers, one of the key advantages that they provide is that they are invisible. You actually can't see them. You just see this damage suddenly starting to blow something up. So if we take a look now at what the Athena did to a truck. So we're looking at a truck engine, and the Athena within seconds was able to beam right in there, heat the whole thing up, and burn through the engine of this vehicle. So if you can imagine if you were in that vehicle, all of a sudden this hole would start appearing in your engine and the whole thing would just disappear. That's what these lasers do. Now there's some other key advantages that we should mention. Let me give you 3 of them. 1, unlimited ammo. As long as we have power, we have an unlimited magazine. And downrange, of course, having unlimited ammo can be a huge advantage. Second, it's silent. We don't give the enemy any advance warning that it's coming. And then the third one I wanted to touch on is that it travels at the speed of light. So not only are we delivering powerful, decisive effects, lethality, we're also doing it so rapidly they don't know what hit them. So if you could circle back to that example of being in the car again, that would happen so instantaneously, within seconds, you truly would have no idea what was happening. It would just suddenly start disintegrating, right? So what can we use these against? So we talked about the vehicle a bit. We talked about how Athena has just proven itself against drones. But in the real world application, our forces could use it against the drones. We could use it against aircraft. We could use it against vehicles on the ground, like we mentioned. We could also use it against fast attack boats. And in fact, Athena's sibling, Adam, a couple years ago proved that it could eliminate these fast attack boats. So if you imagine boats start trying to swarm one of our ships, not a problem for this laser. Burns right through the hull. As you can see right there, it's burning right through the hull. I'm incredibly excited about this news, this great news about the successful testing of Athena, because it means that we'll be putting these powerful weapons soon. We could put them in the hands of our warfighters and give them even more powerful weaponry to keep themselves safe and also to deliver the effects that we need. They can be used, laser weapons can be used offensively and of course defensively too, to help protect our homeland. Think of our airports that might be under threat from enemy drones. They could be used to protect we could use them statically and used to protect our airports. They could be used to protect our power grid, our nuclear plants. So there's lots of different exciting applications for this technology. It is no longer science fiction, but science fact.
We are on a highway to climate hell with our foot still on the accelerator.
He had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
A papal giddy up as Pope Leo receives a literal gift horse from a Polish donor. Take a look at the joy on both of their faces ahead of the Pope's weekly audience. The donor says he was inspired to gift the purebred Arabian horse after he saw a photo of the Pope on horseback in Peru. He comes after the Pope has already received gifts of a white motorcycle and an electric car. Man, he had something to say today about the Cubs, didn't he? Did you see that?
Man, that was the gift that keeps on giving. It went viral.
Somebody said, "Go Cubs." What did he say?
They lost.
York City in the year 2022. Nothing runs anymore. Nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. Return to your home.
One SoCal Police Department says it will be stepping up patrols at grocery stores as millions are expected to miss out on next month's food stamps because of the government shutdown.
Local leaders are now scrambling to provide people with resources. Eyewitness News reporter Madison Wild live in Burbank with the resources that will soon be available.
John, Rachel, it's day 29 of the government shutdown, and a lot of families are anxious about how they're going to put food on the table if they lose their SNAP benefits. We know that about 1.5 million people here in Los Angeles depend on those benefits, and more than 5 million people statewide. If the government shutdown continues, those benefits could run out by this Saturday, November 1st.
The sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts.
The UDC, along with its partners, defined 3 phases that will lead to the development of this next city.
Phase 1 has 2 components. It's called Phase 1A, multi-criteria site suitability model, and Phase 1B, the horizon scan and foresighting. Phase 1A is 100% complete, and Phase 1B, we're about 15% complete. The second phase is called master planning. Phase 3 is the implementation.
On the Phase 1A, we utilize spatial data from various government agencies to best guide us in determining which location in Jamaica will be best suited for this city. Phase 1B involves looking at the global economy and to see what is the best fit for this new city and how we can seek to engage from now those businesses to be a part of the city.
When Phase 1B is complete, then both phases A and B will determine the site for the next city.
Phase 2 involves taking the site, basically looking at all aspects, looking at what type of infrastructure, whether it is roadways, whether it's rail, whether it's anything that will be required to meet the needs of the future. Phase 3 will bring the next city into life. In this phase, we'll see the rollout of the infrastructure, the roads, the economic activity, the residential communities, and everything that will make the city the place that we want it to be. A place to live, raise families, do business.
The government of Jamaica, through the Urban Development Corporation, planning our next city safe, smart, and sustainable.
Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, at Jamaica Hospital in Queens, New York.
Jack Noah is about to get the role of a lifetime.
I happen to be a very well-known American actor.
Not that well known.
What are you, a critic?
I got a part for you to play.
This is a real man!
It's a role any actor would die for. Play the part or I'll kill you.
When do I start?
Meet the new president of Parador.
Not like that. With a flip. I'm flipping. Don't get Parador.
We have a hit.
He's a total bloody genius, isn't he? Who are you? I'm an actor. I'm playing the dictator.
I can help you play the part of Hitler.
He's not the first actor to become president.
Hello, this is your dictator speaking.
But he may be the last.
Wait.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Why didn't you get Bobby De Niro or Dustin Hoffman?
Raul Julia.
Left.
Wrong. Sonia Braga.
You should get an Oscar for tonight.
And a cast of thousands.
I love you, Sammy.
I love you.
From the creators and star of Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
You're a funny guy.
What a psychotic.
Moon over Parador.
Let's warm up and do some aerobics. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, everybody!
I hate actors.
She found that pretty snake she'd taken in, had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in. Does that explain it, folks? Does that explain it?
Trust in me.
Final mission to save mankind has failed. The 70-mile-wide asteroid known as Matilda is set to collide with Earth in exactly 3 weeks' time, and we'll be bringing you our countdown to the end of days, along with all your classic rock favorites.
Feel free to wear your casual Friday clothing pretty much any day of the week. And if anyone wants to be CFO. Anyone?
So, what are you doing with the rest of your life?
Catching up on some me time, find God.
Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you, and he will come on in and sup with you a while. Everybody ought to seek Jesus in the morning. Seek Jesus in the noonday hour. Seek Jesus in the evening before the sun will surely trust in him. For the Lord never will forsake the one who is honestly, oh Lord, and seeking him. Everybody on, seek Jesus in the morning, seek Jesus in the noonday hour, seek Jesus in the evening before the sun is going down. He said, "Knock, and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you, and he will come on in and sup with you a while." This is, without faith it is impossible to please the Lord. We must first believe that he exists and he rewards every one of us. Those who know the name of the Lord, they will surely trust in him. For the Lord never will forsake the one who is unutterly seeking him. Hallelujah. Everybody ought to seek Jesus in the morning, seek Jesus in the noonday hour, seek Jesus in the evening before the sun is going down. He said, "Knock, and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you, and he will come on in and sup with you a while." Everybody on, seek Jesus in the morning, seek Jesus in the noonday hour, seek Jesus in the evening before the sun is going down. He said, "Knock, and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you, and he will come on in and sup with you a while." Hallelujah. Yes, he will. He'll come in. He'll come in. If you seek him, he'll come in. If you seek him, he'll come in. Bless your name, Jesus. Bless your name, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.